Sabat, welcome to the stage. Welcome to the stage.
I think they're gone now.
Put him on the spot, made him nervous. We lost Tiny, you guys. Here she is.
No, Sabat was here a second ago.
She probably just bailed out right after.
They're gone.
I did a collaboration with Sabat, mostly because he put out his Kiku character and was like, y'all go at it, go hog wild, and you just give me 50% of the royalties. And I was like, fine.
Fair enough. Yo, so, Tiny, I'm pretty sure you were in the process of saying something there, and Twitter, complete...
That was the hardest rub. So, this is so annoying. I don't know why Twitter keeps doing this. I had, created a different account and then never used it. And for some reason lately, Twitter just, at random, signs me out of my account, puts me in the other one, and completely logs me out, and, I can't get back in. So I used, my other phone so I could jump in, but I have to, redo my whole thing on my other phone.
So
I don't even remember what we were talking about. Unfortunately, I got so frustrated.
I think Rue was giving you your flowers. You know what I mean? For just inviting him into the space the other day, and then kind of creating a full circle, then everybody running into each other again. Which first of all,
yeah, I was saying I didn't know you guys knew each other.
Oh yeah, we spoke to each other in the past with Lith and Patrick. Yeah, so, and I've just been MIA because you guys know what I've been up to. But yeah, we got somebody requesting to come up. I can't get him up here. You guys, while I'm sitting here trying to get Angel, Artist, and Collector up here, I just want to give the room a quick reset. And first of all, say thank you to all you guys for showing up and coming through. Welcome to NFT Project Strategy and Good Vibes. I will not lie to you guys. The conversation could go totally left. It could go totally right. There's no telling where we're going to go. But we always have an awesome conversation. And hopefully you guys can leave here with something that you didn't know when you came. We've really tried to steer away from the whole chill vibe. But we do like to hear about artists and what they're doing in the space and, where they're moving to. So we don't you can't chill. It's not like that, but we try to no direct sells. You know what I'm saying? Just be you and it'll sell itself. That's essentially how it works. It's the best way to make it work. And first of all, nothing's going to work if I don't get Tiny up here as co-host. So we're going to bring her up. And then hopefully I get this other guy up here as a speaker. And while I'm doing that, you guys, please drop down there, put a comment in the comment box if you have it. If you don't, just hit that plus sign, retweet the room. Let's get some people in here. Let's start talking tonight, whether it be project strategy or anything. I wanna touch before I jump to, I think Droppy's had her hand up first, but just back on what Rue was saying. As I said this, it completely left my head.
That's a me.
No. Okay, I got it. So I mean, you were kind of saying we're seeing this bottom of the bear market. Everybody's kind of getting bored, right? They're getting bored. So there's just nonsense happening. I feel like, and there's nothing wrong with it, right? I guess in a sense, but keeping that forward movement and not losing that that initial what are we pushing for factor, I guess, is so important right now. I know I worded that to really hard to understand, but just bear with me. But we got to remember what we're pushing for. The reason that we're here in Web3 and pushing and the growth behind NFTs and the opportunities that it brings for artists and creators as a whole. Whether you be developer or so on. We gotta not forget that just because shit's tough right now. You know what I mean? And continue to look for forward progression. Shit's gonna get tough. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is. We're just gonna have to figure out how to soldier through it. And I believe every single one of you guys are here for a reason in the midst of this bear market. So, you guys obviously know that there's a reason to be soldiering through it. So, well, before I continue to ramble, let's go droppies. That's all I had to say, bro.
Well said. At the end of the day, we have to be competitive and we have to be creative because the space is going to continue moving on with or without us. So, the last people standing are going to be the people who not only stick it through in the bear, but are also forward thinking and innovating and doing things that have never been done before and pushing the boundaries of technology. So the more that we can give, the better off that we'll be, no matter, who we are. Big artist, small creators, small artist, software service, whatever, I don't have much else to add to that. I just noticed that my friend Caden had his hand up a while back, so I just wanted to give them an opportunity to speak if they wanted to.
Caden, Nico, what's going on, buddy? Stage is yours, my friend. If you're there, hopefully. Come on, you can't leave Joppies hanging like this, man. Can't do it to her.
That's okay. He's been grinding all day. I've seen him around, so he must be tired.
I wouldn't doubt it. It's probably like 4 a.m. where he's at. This man is like the hardest grinder I've ever seen. Not gonna lie. Like every day, day in, day out, every single marketplace you can think of, continuing to hustle and grind spaces like 24/7 while his son puts out some stellar artwork. Like, seriously, they killing it. Absolutely killing it. I respect Caden's hustle to the max. If we don't... Go ahead.
I kind of have an idea, but I was totally going to switch the subject, so go ahead.
All right, I'll just touch on it really quick, just because Droppies was saying it, but it's going to kind of switch the narrative up, too. So it's like, ladies first, go ahead. Go ahead, Tiny. Because I'm going to switch the narrative up totally. We'll talk about it later.
Okay, I kind of was too, but I guess I'll go first anyway. So, I was thinking, because the spaces that I've been having the most fun in lately usually do, like, some kind of game, and it's just funny. Like, yesterday was funny. They were going to do Truth or Dare today, but we didn't. It, like, went a totally different direction. But, like, I've been in a space where they were, like, doing rock, paper, scissors emojis, and so I was thinking, since we used to do trivia, like, back in the day when we first met, and it would be fun to, like, do trivia in a space.
Trivia in a space?
Yeah, and it'll be like whoever comes up on the speaker and puts their hand up first gets
we
to
can
answer.
Work it out. We would have to keep, like, us two up here as hosts. One of us would have to be scoreboard, and then we would keep nobody on the panel. And as soon as we ask the question, the first request that we see pop up get put up one by one. And then as they come up, whoever's wrong, we knock them down. Whoever gets it right first is the one that wins. I mean, it would be a pain in the ass, but we can make it work.
I feel like that just made it very difficult. I feel like we could just pull some people up and ask questions, and, like, we don't even have to keep score, really. We could just, like, play and be dumb.
Oh,
No, you could do, like,
but you know what works too? Like, we could have a fun, like, hardcore tournament. I was pretty hardcore about it back in the day. Very competitive.
You could do multiple choice, and, like, each emoji represents, like, A, B, or C.
We used to do it in Discord, and there was always a discrepancy because, like, your computer would show that you were first, but so would theirs. So it was like you could never really tell who won.
Yeah, we'd have that issue quite a bit. There was that one platform that you told me about, but I wasn't going to pay $125 to do trivia once a week. Like, I was like,
no, I thought it was free, or I never would have suggested. What's it even called? I can't think of it.
I don't remember.
What's it called? Like,
it would have made sense.
Kahoot.
Kahoot? Yeah, that's what it was. No, it was cool, though. It was cool. Let's figure something out. We used to do rock, paper, scissors all the time in spaces, too. I'll be down to do it.
Yeah, I think it would be fun. We still have to, like, finish our phone call that we had 1,000,000 years ago, so let's do that, and we can, like, figure it out. And, well, I don't know. Do you guys think that would be fun? Put up, like, hearts or something if you think it would be fun to play trivia in this space.
Everybody put up hearts right now, whether you think it's fun or not. Let's go. Let's get some action.
No heart.
Come on.
None. Nobody wants to play trivia. Just me.
Fair enough. We'll rock it out. We'll figure it out. We'll do something fun. Something fun. If you guys, we're sitting here brainstorming, trying to figure this out. Don't forget, if you guys play poker, go up there and join. Alarm came on and I got rugged. Go join levitatedapedin.com. Come play poker with us. We got games happening. What are going to be every single day of the week. Come Tuesday. and 2 cash games for holders only a week, and then the rest are like chip stacking. So like you get a poker chip, a stay levitated poker chip, and as an NFT, and essentially if you stack them up, you collect 10 of them, or you collect 20 of them. 10 of them you can get an addition piece by me, or 20 of them allows you to get a 1 of 1 by me done. So come stack the chips, and then once you get 1 of 1 piece or an addition piece, then you get into the cash holder games too. But you know, you could always just buy some of your boys' artwork and then join in on the games and the monthly raffles too. What's up, Amy? And then Rue, your hand was up too, right?
Yeah. I'm about to do that thing where I pretend that I'm following the conversation, but I just turn it left field. But, so, did you all know that there's like a metaverse hackathon that's going on now that's active until December 5th, I believe, is the deadline? December 4th?
Who's running it?
I think it's Optimism, the blockchain, and then, OpenSea is one of the main sponsors of the event.
I'll look into that. Levitated, how many of your chips do I have to buy for you to send me a bag of chips?
Oh, this thing, you can't even buy these chips. These chips are only for winning the poker tournaments. But I mean, we could work something out, man. You need a bag of chips, bro?
How many poker tournaments do I have to win, and then chips do I need to collect to get a bag of chips?
Like physical poker chips, or like some original Lays?
The ones you say stacking chips. No, I would...
But like... Never mind, Pringles.
Not Pringles. They're sort of like Fritos.
Yo, are you thinking, are you talking about the ones that look like cones? Why can't I think of what they're called right now?
I'm not sure which ones I'm thinking about. I'm just thinking about chips, man.
Oh, well, shit, man. I got you, man. Just, I guess, show me your address. Bag of Lays, Pringles, Stackables, whatever you need. Coming your way. I got you. Those are Lay's Stackables. That's what they are. They're Lay's Stackables. They're in the same Pringles, like a blue Pringles can is what you're talking about. Now that you've, jogged my memory enough. Fair enough. All right, y'all. We won't... I thought Amy brought it left field, but yo.
Yeah.
What's up, John?
Well, while we're talking about food, I need to get something off my chest because I've been upset about this particular thing for the past decade. So, put some hearts in the chat if any of you guys have tried Chick-fil-A waffle fries. Okay, so I see a few. I see 3. I know more. Okay, 4. I know more of you guys have probably had these fries. But the worst freaking experience of my entire life, which has been a very privileged life, is you cannot eat these French fries as leftovers. They do not taste the same. They fall apart. They're so gritty. Even if you put them in the microwave, I've experimented with microwave times. Nothing works, and it just is so upsetting. Okay, does anybody relate, or is this an isolated experience?
The oil sours.
I'm basically a trash can. I don't care for... if it's a leftover and there's enough ketchup, who cares about the taste? But let's go back to the metaverse thing, because I want to talk about it. And no one's kicking me off a speaker, so there's that. But I was invited to a group to do this, and I was like, shit, I don't have time, you all. Literally no time, none. And then it's in the back of my head, and I'm just not telling them no, but I'm really trying to push for them to do the Monopoly game that Levitated and I were talking about months ago, because if
I found the browser Monopoly game. We can go play some Monopoly. I can smoke all of you guys Monopoly if you're down.
Yeah, but I'm gonna make a metaverse Monopoly that is Web3 based and basically Web3 themed, and you use the OpenSea API to trade faux trade NFT work. Well, I mean, they haven't agreed to this yet, but I'm hard selling this. So if they actually go with my idea, I have to do this metaverse hackathon because it's my idea. So We'll see. We haven't finalized the idea that we're going with, but that was my first thought. I was like, they want us to do a Web3 game. They want us to have a fun onboarding experience and to use the OpenSea API. Like, what else should we be doing? Like, it's pretty obvious.
I think it'd be pretty dope. If anybody, Amy, yeah, just continue. Build your Monopoly NFT game because I'll play it. And
I would definitely play that.
We'll play it. All I can imagine is little emoticons just rolling across the board, sneaking up and stealing all your corners.
I have Monopoly pieces in some of my tiny castles.
Yeah. Yo, everybody, what is going on? Why do we not have 32 retweets on this space? What the hell has happened? Go down there, retweet the space, get your friends in here. I'll tell you what, honestly, if we can get the room up to 50 people, I'll give away a split vibe. And I do not give stuff away. Like, I give away to my holders, but it's rare that you find me giving it away to everybody. So, if we get the room to 50 speakers tonight, not 50 speakers, obviously, 50 listeners, before 8:30 p.m., then I'll give one away to those who retweeted the space. Angel, I'm going to try and get you up here now. Should be able to. Did I see a hand come up? Or a Metro Pin?
I came up. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I got stuck on mute.
Oh, I can hear you.
Okay. Sorry, I threw off the thing. But we have some people up here. Does anybody want to kind of talk about what's going on? I'd like to hear. Oh no, Lev, you said you had something that you wanted to talk about.
I did.
Took us in a different direction. So.
I did. But guess what? We are honestly, I still have it in my mind. This is probably gonna be a huge topic. We're gonna go on about this for a while. Rue, you'll like it too. But before we do that, you guys, we do have a lot of new speakers up on the stage, and I do want to hear from you guys, a little bit. Well, Angel dropped down again. I was really hoping to give them a chance to speak because they've been trying their hardest to get their asses up here, and it's just not working. But we also got Farrah up here and Moses and Fields, bro. Fields is up here too. What's going on, man? Let's start with the order that it came in. Kavir, man, if you want to, feel free to introduce yourself. I don't think you had the opportunity to when you came up earlier. I think we were just mid-conversation. But feel free to introduce yourself a little bit, and then same with you, Farrah, and then we'll jump over to Field or to Moses, then Fields, if you guys are cool with that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I've just been hopping around spaces. I'm very pro. You need to kind of be out there in all spaces. You can't really push yourself into a bubble if you want to grow. So that's what I've been doing. I've been actually kind of funny, but I'm using I'm using the My Tiny Castles method, where you just follow her around all day, and it's amazing. She's in 1,000 spaces a day, and she's invited me to them. So I'm like, sure, it's good networking. So that's what I've been doing. But all in all, I've been in this Web3 space on a different account known as Project Hoodie for 9 months now. I've done podcasts. I'm doing marketing. I do a lot of stuff, but I'm just happy to be here with you guys vibing. I love meeting new people, so that's what I'm here for.
Well, we are so happy to have you. I know I have noticed you bobbing around behind me in all the spaces. So, I especially the last few days, you guys, I've been nonstop.
I've been looking at your profile, and literally you're in a space every single day. I'm like, damn, dude, she's putting in work. I've been.
It's just fun. It's fun to me. TV has gotten very boring, although I did watch Labyrinth today for the first time, which was really amazing. But, Twitter Space.
For the first time?
Yeah, I'd never seen it.
Hold on, that caught me way off guard. I wasn't going to say anything because Labyrinth is, a badass movie. And then I caught, that for the first time. What? That's wild. It didn't come out in, the 80s?
Yeah, I don't know how I never heard about it, but I loved it.
That's a good movie, though. It's pretty interesting. It's a crazy one. I like it. Yeah, dude. Tiny's obviously been putting in the work here lately. She DM'd me like yesterday talking about how she's been killing it. Her space is probably gonna be huge tomorrow. She was not lying.
I know, this is the biggest one we've had in a while, so we're moving on up.
Liking it. No, you've been killing it though. Keep it up. What's up, bro?
Yeah, I was just going to say, space hopping is really the way to do it. Get in there. Everybody, I'm noticing My Tiny pinned something up at the top. Everybody should definitely engage a little bit up there to help the space out, but help yourself out as well. That's one way to do this in all the spaces when you're hopping around, whether you're following somebody or doing it yourself. Make sure to engage when they pin the tweets to the space.
Preach. I know. I hate pushing it. Like, I hate being the host and it's like, yeah, go retweet the room, go retweet the pinned tweets. Like, I hate doing it, but it's so necessary. Like, honestly. So much love to all of you that are helping out with that. But what's we got some more hands that just popped up real quick. What's up, Amy? What's up, Droppies? Whoever was first, you guys can
I know Droppies was first, but so I have an Android phone. So if I'm in a shill space and I've been there for like over an hour, I'm not gonna go and tweet everybody else's stuff because I will get rugged and it's upsetting, and then I get like pushed to the end and then I'm in there for another 3 hours, and it's just like, no, like I'll tweet out the room, I will speak, and they'll go back down to listener, and then I will tweet everybody out. Like, you're gonna have to wait for a second. It's just mildly upsetting. When, you know, like, I'm sorry that Twitter makes me basically Android makes me have a disability on Twitter, where it's just like, I'm sorry, if I touch too much shit, I get rugged.
Big sigh, Lev.
Yeah, I was going to say something, but we probably have, like, a lot of Android users in here, and it's probably going to be a little controversial, so I left it alone. But what's up, Droppies?
Well, first and foremost, that's just why iPhone is better, but I digress. No, I need advice, you guys. I need to know the secret to keeping secrets. So on the back end, we have some really exciting features we're about to release. But, like, my co-founder's like, no, you can't tell people yet. Like, we have to wait for the right time, et cetera, et cetera. So how do you guys keep the excitement contained?
You're asking the wrong person. I'm the worst secret keeper.
It's so hard.
It's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission.
I would like to...
Don't tempt me.
I would actually like to chime in here. Really, with the excitement and everything that you're building out, it can be really difficult. And I know this, having a patented technology now, it's really next to impossible to stay quiet on some of this stuff, and you always want to let your community and everybody know about it. But there's got to be some IP while you're building until there's an audit in place. One of the best ways to handle it, really, if you're doing it right, is just making sure that you're keeping yourself in check, knowing that there is going to be some form of audit, whether it be the community coming around or a formal audit. And if something's wrong and you got super excited about it and told everybody early, that's when they get upset. And if you remind yourself that'll really help you keep it under wraps and make sure you perfect it before it gets out.
I'll tell you what, like, I have such a hard time doing that too. Like, and then, like, I preach, like, transparency is super key, so always be open with your community. And, like, I truly think that. So it's really hard for me sometimes too when I'm, like, really building something, like, cool, and I know it's gonna be interesting, and I know, like, everybody's gonna love it. It's so hard for me to, like, keep it under wraps. I find myself almost, releasing too much information sometimes about things that I have going on too. So that's a tough one for sure. I want to say what's up to Fields, man. Good to see you, first of all. Hopefully you're doing well.
Yeah, I'm well, thanks. Lev, my Tony Castles, and everybody in the space. Yeah, doing well. Having a really productive Saturday. Got heaps done today, and yeah, just thought I'd come and hang out with you guys. My Tony, I know you've been in and out of our chats, like our family chats. We've got like 3 of them at the moment. If you ever want to get back into one, they're like they don't stop. They're a bit annoying maybe, but if you do want to come back in, come in, man. It's just good to see you though, bro. I haven't spoken to you for a minute.
Oh, me or Tiny? Me? If you're talking about me in the group
You
chats,
know,
dude, I'm terrible.
It's
with
probably not professional.
Like,
Yeah, I know you left one of
Discord
you
up
left our
doing
first
this
one that
while I'm on live
the
stream.
feeling chatty one, and then said, "Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. I'll go back, come back in," and then you did that, and then you left it again, and I was like, "Oh, dude, I don't know what to say."
It's like my DMs get flooded as it is. So, and then I go through and like I try not to drop like space invites in group chats, but sometimes I do just like out of accident, like as I'm going through the things. But also, like, you'll never even catch me talking in those group chats, dude. Just because, like, I can't keep up. Like, I've got so much shit going on left and right that I, like, completely, like, just will lose focus, either in the conversation or in what I have going on. So, like, my apologies, bro. Like, don't count on me when it comes to group messages.
That's kind of how I feel about Discord.
Yeah.
So is no community the ultimate utility now?
Is what? What'd you say?
I'm just kidding, but no, I said is no community, like no Discord community, the ultimate utility these days?
I mean,
I was the alpha for a little while.
I have a Discord.
When Discord was
just...
getting...
Go ahead, love.
Dude, we got some feedback, buddy.
So I think I've solved Drop's question.
Oh.
About the waffle price.
Okay.
I think they might have like time release lemon somehow in it, so like it's like inside the starch, and if it's left too long, it then leaks out to make them no good. So you can only eat them at the restaurant.
And then you have to buy more, so that
yes,
yeah, that way you have fresh ones every time. Oh my god, I'm mad. No, I'm really mad.
I mean, it just seems like the only reason that they would go bad like that.
No one else's fries are like that.
Secret lemon. The lemon knows.
Oh my god, this is what we're talking about. Yo, I was so lost. I was like, where did this come from? But I wasn't gonna say anything. Like, go ahead.
Yep, so I think I figured it out.
Were you like vigorously Googling this like this whole time?
No, I wasn't. I was thinking of how I would do it if I wanted to destroy someone's fries.
Wow.
Save it for your next ex-girlfriend. That'll get her.
You guys blew my mind. Alright, Kabir, let's go to you. Let's go to Amy real quick. And then you guys, I'm going to jump to the topic that I wanted to talk about that I'm pushing off forever. What's up, Kabir?
Yeah, I just wanted to say the Discord thing. Like, Discord is my life. Like, I love Discord so much, man. I just couldn't take it.
You were a gamer before you got into NFTs, though.
Yeah, I've been on Discord for 7 years now, so I know the ins and outs, and it's gotten a lot better over the years. So
yeah, dude, it's gamer paradise. Honestly, like, Discord is huge in the gaming like society and stuff like this. And like, I remember there was a little bit of time in the space where like, honestly, Discord was just being butchered, like hacked after hack after hack, and like people like really started to fall away from it. I mean, it wasn't like Discord was being hacked; it was like people were just being fished, and people were falling for it. But everybody was like, Discord's gonna fall out, it's gonna die. There's no way, man. Like, it's solid, dude. And they've made some crazy partnerships over the last couple of months, too, if I'm not mistaken.
Have you guys heard of Geneva?
I have not.
Geneva's kind of like Discord, and it seems like a lot of the girls I know that are using it like it a lot better. And it seems like the main difference between the two, and I haven't checked it out myself, is that like you can search the communities. Like, you know, in Discord you have to be like invited to know it exists, unless maybe I don't know how to use Discord.
I think once you get past 1,000 users, you can opt in, or 1,000 like server members, you can opt into being discoverable.
Yeah, you can even monetize your server if you get big enough. Discord will basically pay you for keeping people on the platform. So Discord is like one of the things where like if you don't use it and you don't explore it enough, you know nothing about it. And
My Discord is me talking to myself, so.
That's the hardest part, though. Like, I feel like Discord has done such a good job centering themselves around their target audience when they started, which was gamers. And it's just like a lot of people are using it more for promo for their project rather than like conversation, which like Discord is like the main thing it's about. So it's like it's hard, and it's also hard because people are flooded with hundreds of servers, these giveaways and all this crap, so it doesn't help. Like what I do is I basically put all my Discord servers in one file, and every morning I right click and click mark as read, and I only am active on like 3 of those servers, but I'm in hundreds. But I just don't pay attention to them because I would rather be on ones that actually care for conversation. So I don't know, it's just also like our whole project, Quiver Media Network, is based around Discord too, so I have to defend it.
Dude, I mean, like, Discord's great. Like, it's seriously super good place to have all of your updates, keep your community in tune, to have those intimate conversations with the community that you've built and, like, grow together, right? But you named, like, you absolutely named it right there whenever you were talking about, like, spammed with, like, different invites and, like, marketing through Discord. That's the only negative side that I see of Discord, right? Like, if you have your DMs turned off, you're golden. If you have your DMs turned off and your verification set strong enough to where bots can't get in, you got nothing to worry about.
Yeah, that's right.
And then you have people on your team you can trust, you're golden. But
that's the hardest part, but I mean, once you get, like, it's the same thing with Twitter though, like, it's the same thing with Reddit and all that. Like, once you figure out how it works best for you, and you figure out the best way to execute on things, like communities and all that, it's better. Like, and Facebook's annoying until you know how to use it.
Yeah, I've fallen far away from Facebook. I rarely ever use it now. That brings us into another topic. Like, we could talk about Instagram NFTs and, like, the pros and cons of this. But before we do all that, let's jump to these hands real quick. So it's Amy, Fields, and then we'll go to Droppies, and then I'm gonna bring up my topic I was gonna talk about.
The thing about these Twitter DMs is that we do have a feature called Twitter Communities. You can create a community on Twitter. I will join. I will never interact with it, but at least my DMs will not be trashed, which is why I leave every DM group except for one because I have to stay in it, but even that is muted. Like, I'm sorry, but Twitter DM, it's like Telegram. It's really loud, and there's no way to be, like, absolutely not. Like, I need to be able to search and, like, find the conversation I'm actually trying to have with people. Like, the best bet is just to, talk to me in public, because most of the stuff is not private, what you're trying to talk to me about anyway.
Okay. Now you guys know how Amy feels all the time. Feels, what's up?
I can speak to that somewhat, but before I do, I wanted to just on the Discord note. I mean, coming from an iOS perspective rather than, Windows many moons ago, I have the firmly held belief that it was Bill Gates' angry nephew who designed the UI in hatred of everybody. But that's how I feel. I won no friends in that statement, yet I stick by it. There are other options out there, and there are more coming online constantly. I spoke to the CEO of fancircles.com, and do check them out. They're a gated community management platform which has a mobile app as well as but the onboarding's prohibitive. It's like 10k onboarding and then 2k a month. But there's other options too. I'm speaking to the CEO of Metasalt.io, and they've got an option which is also a marketplace inbuilt and sort of community management as well. We're evolved very fast, but I suppose Discord is always going to be a better place to be, and a better platform, solely because they have the money, they've got the experience, and the and the team, and the whole scalability is already built in. So whilst and this is the strange thing, we use it now. I prefer I've remote project management for many moons as but in Slack, which I far prefer that UI. But for us in the Fields collaboration, it's we have to have it. No, we speak mostly between ourselves constantly in those chats, but yeah, not in Discord, but in those chats, but for production management, for managing all the different microfields and the majors, it's it works. It just works, dude, as a project management thing as well. Not so much, it's weird though, there's non-stop chattering all about Twitter stuff every day, all day, and then you jump over to our Discord and there's like a couple of people saying, oh, hi, how you going? Maybe, an engagement team might help there more.
Yeah, I mean, I like my Discord, and it's super slow. Like, it's super laid back, but it's real. You know what I mean? Like, those people that want to be there are there. You know what I mean? Those people that want to be talking are there. Like, there's a reason that we're chatting back and forth. Like, sometimes I'm like, oh, it's too slow. We need to bring activity. Like, we need to figure out how to, spruce it up a little bit and, like, get people interacting all the time. Yeah, I go through this all the time. But at the same time, I like having that slower pace, like, Discord. I couldn't imagine, like, just message coming through every 30 seconds. No, like, way to keep up. All right, so I got a feeling, Droppies, you can go ahead, but I think, Veer, you probably just had a little kickback on what Fields was saying there, maybe, or no?
No, so I wanted to touch on something that was brought up by, I think, I don't know, how do I say Q Media? How do you pronounce it?
People call it Quiver. People call it, they spell it out. It's pronounced quiver, like archers, like bows and arrows.
Quiver.
We're first to social media marketing industry, second Web3. So.
Cool. Yeah. So something that Quiver pointed out, I think, was one of the problems with like Discord servers is that they're like, always doing giveaways and they're kind of spamming stuff. And like, I have to agree, airdrops are kind of my area of like expertise. Obviously, like I have a software that automates that process. And it's like, there's a time and place to do a giveaway. And if your entire project, like it relies on like a giveaway, like, I'm sorry, but the people are not there for you. And the second you stop doing a giveaway, like your project's going to really struggle. So like, I would just encourage people, like, if you're a part of those types of servers and you're a part of those types of projects, like, maybe just like turn those servers on mute, because I definitely do. I just feel like the projects that are here for longevity, or the projects that are doing, more standard business practices, like, buy one, get one, or, hey, like, when you buy this, you're going to get access to like an exclusive event, or there's this limited time offer. You know what I'm saying?
You got a really good point there, but I want to chime in too on that. Like, I've seen the effects of buy one get one in the NFT market. I've seen what happens when you do this, and essentially, that one you get for free. Any profit is profit, and it immediately tanks what you have going forward. I agree with you, Droppies. I don't necessarily recommend giving away your product. I don't think any good source would do that. And then two, like, okay, so reward your collectors, right? There's a difference between rewarding holders and adopters and just giving away product, because it like Choppies, you made a really good point there. Like, it truly brings instead of collectors, it brings opportunists, essentially, right? And it's going to be very hard to see anything going forward, any sort of real engagement or true like interactions, and if you build up that way.
I understand why you would say that on the surface level. So just for reference, Droppies has sent NFTs and crypto and like all types of tokens to over 500,000 unique wallet addresses. So I've seen, like, on a large scale, the actual impacts and the actual effects that these types of campaigns like deliver. And it's going to be very project specific, right? So like, the people who would benefit from a giveaway are new founders and new projects who haven't really been in the space long enough to have a testimony. Everybody loves like a free trial to a community, right? Like, that's essentially what you're giving, is like a free access or a free demo to what you're trying to bring to the table in the NFT space. The buy one get one stuff, like, I mean, it works better if like you are coming out with a new collection, and so say like you have like 1,000 NFTs from like old collection, but you've only minted out 800 of those. So those 800 have been de-risked by the market, so people know that those are valuable and that they're associated with value. what you'd want to do to continue to drive sales and continue to make money if you've plateaued is come out with a new collection and say, hey, everybody, if you go buy from this new collection, you're going to get airdropped the remaining 200 NFTs from the previous collection. And that's how you drive sales.
I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, that would be a good way to work. But I mean, essentially, I feel like yes, it drives sales for that moment. But when it comes to sustainability and holders, like the way that you just built it out right there, I mean, that would make sense. You know what I mean? That might be a good way to go about it. But driving sales at that moment never ends up turning out good.
But listen, you can't fight against human nature. Everybody in the world is after instant gratification. I mean, our brains have been wired that way. So it's like you have to be able to keep up with people on that treadmill, especially in NFTs where, the NFT itself is not consistently giving value. Like once people have seen the art, like it's sitting in your wallet collecting dust. So if you're not consistently giving them new experiences or consistently, bringing something new to the table, they're going to lose interest. So that's why you have to be consistently finding new ways to stay top of mind. It's not about the sale per se, but it's about keeping people staying top of mind and keeping your stuff fresh in people's brains.
I agree 100%. I mean, from first-hand point of view too, because I do my monthly airdrops for our Genesis holders and stuff like this, and Freemans and stuff like that. It is good to, refresh that brain, or show up essentially. Hey, I'm still here. I'm still building. Don't forget about me. Here's love for supporting me for so long, and you know what I mean, not dropping my floor like crazy. Seriously, first of all, since we're even covering that, shout out to all my Genesis holders in here. I fucking love you guys. If you guys are in the space tonight, so you guys are true champions. I'm just gonna jump to this really quick, you guys. I have to, because this was kind of the perfect walkthrough. So the topic that I was gonna bring up earlier first spawned off of what Droppies was saying in the previous conversation 20 minutes ago, right? But it kind of works into this one too. And I think and what it spawned off of was, you had said people are going to have to figure out how to innovate and how to push forward, and where do we see NFTs going in the future, right? Me, if you guys know me at all, you understand that I heavily fall onto the side of tangible assets, and basically what, this is the reason I said, Rue, you would get a kick out of this topic and really like this conversation here, is because certificates of authenticity is, if you treat the NFT or the actual underlying code as just that, it makes so much more sense as to what you can build out utilizing NFTs or digital collectibles or membership platforms or whatever you want to do going forward, and connecting towards digital assets, and really aside from just creating a digital brand, but actually growing and forming a true brand that you can branch out and seep into other markets, right? I feel like that is where we're going to be going, and I kind of wanted to spark that topic up, see what you guys think about this, and get some input from where you guys stand. Before I jump over to you, Droppies, I'm going to go to Caden real quick, man. I'll let you speak, and then if you got something to jump in or some chime back on that topic I just brought up, that'd be awesome.
Hi, dude. I actually just want to chime in on the buy one get one free thing. I personally think it's rubbish. I think anyone who's trying to build community and building styles like that is just absolutely lazy. Because it's, in my opinion, it just isn't sustainable. I mean, fair enough, for some projects, yes, it would probably work out quite well, but for 90% of them out there, in the long run, it doesn't bring sustainability. It doesn't bring people who are actually going to stick around, because for how long can you give stuff away for free? I mean, let's face it, 90% of the people who are here to make money. You're not here for charity. So, you have to ask yourself that question. Are you here to build something that's sustainable in the long run, or are you here to make a quick buck?
And tell that to every single Web2 company, every single brick and mortar company, every single e-commerce company that does the same thing. I beg to differ.
I think we can all agree to disagree. I mean, to each their own, right? let's go to Qvar and then let's jump over to Rue.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm here. You can call me whatever you want. If it has a Q in it, I assume it's me. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just going to chime in. A while ago, we were talking about Discord and Twitter. I mean, if you really want to take your project into a business level to be long-term, businesses aren't on one to two platforms. They're everywhere. I know it's a lot of work, but if you have a team, you should not be only focusing on two things. You should be on Reddit, you should be on Facebook. Even if you hate it, you should be on Instagram. You should be on TikTok, Instagram Reels. Like, you should be everywhere if you want to grow this business. Honestly, I'm not the best with sales. Personally, I haven't seen the buy one, get one free be super successful yet in Web3. I do see it successful in Web2 businesses all the time. Because of some of my clients, usually only around, holiday seasons or seasonal stuff.
I think the only reason it's not as successful in Web3 is just because of the fact that there's a profit to be made. It's an easy flip. You know what I mean?
I feel like
it's not successful.
Yeah, I feel like it also it allows people to collect, but I think it should be buy one. If you do it correctly, it can be successful. But why wouldn't you do like buy one get one free for the first 10? So you're not undercutting your value of your original holders. You
actually can do that. So if you go to Droppies, we have we allow you guys to generate a list of your token holders, and you can actually curate a list and add filters to the list. And one of those filters lets you get between a specific set of token IDs, so you can do something like that.
Yeah, I just think it has to be done correctly also, so you don't hurt your community. Because if I bought an NFT before you did the buy one get one free, I would be like, what the heck, bro? Where's my free NFT? So it's one of those. It's one of those things that has to be balanced correctly. But I feel like if you do it correctly, it can be a very successful method. I just think it takes the right people and the right brains together. But I think it's a cool method. I haven't seen it done correctly yet, but I know there's going to be people out here that do it very successfully.
And on that note, that's why I offer consultations, guys. But my Web2 experience is in sales and marketing, so I've got about a decade of experience that I'm just translating to Web3. But yeah, you guys, it's a whole rabbit hole, and there's a lot to learn, especially with the whole learning crypto. Just to be here, it's a lot. So I know most of you guys are artists. Y'all come from artist backgrounds, and a lot of you guys are juggling family and work and Web3. But it's real shit happening, you guys. A lot of people are making a lot of money. So I wouldn't just come here and telling you guys things that don't work, because that wouldn't benefit me either. If you're not driving sales and you do an airdrop and then that airdrop actually hurts your sales, that doesn't benefit me. My only goal is to help you guys get as many token holders as possible so you can come back and continue airdropping.
Yeah, I just want to jump in here real quick and say, I don't think these are any, shots going towards what Droppies is doing and, the platform that you guys have built out. I think you guys are doing, an awesome, thing, honestly, for creators and collectors out there. But, as just the same, and not, but about Droppies, but about the buy one, get one free situation, the only reason that I've seen it not be successful is just because, true sustainability comes from successful floors on your project, on your previous project. And once you go off and you launch one 50-50 and your floor just drops, it just shows that the value isn't there for what you're putting out going forward. And that's the only way that it could hurt you, right? So, yes, you might generate all your sales there going forward, but the thing is, if your floor drops too low and every, collector looking back at what's going on is going to be well, where's the value going to be in this? Why would...
But that's true. That's true with or with... Well, but that's true with or without the strategy. I mean, if you don't have a utility, then you're selling snake oil. If you can't tell me exactly why your specific community is better than the competition, or you can't tell me what it is specifically that you bring to the table, you're going to struggle to make sales in the first place. But if you tell me that, hey, I have this NFT, and you're going to get a blog post written about you, but right now, for the next 5 days, it's buy one, get one. So the first, 100 people over the next 5 days that buy this NFT, you're going to get a blog post and you're going to get an exclusive metaverse event. You can't tell me that's not going to drive sales.
No, hell yeah, it'll drive sales. I'm not saying it won't. I was just saying what happens in the after effect. I totally think that like what you're doing is killing it, and especially when you throw in a strategy like that with, you know, the first 5 days or the first 100 people, like that creates a lot more like resistance towards what could potentially happen, right? So like I agree, like big time. Let's go to Rue. Rue, what's up?
Yeah, I'm going to bring it back to the certificate of authenticity conversation like you knew I would. Listen, everybody, one of the big utilities out there right now that all the biggest businesses and enterprises are really looking at is centered around that certificate of authenticity and just making the whole experience that can come from that, extend from that, really be the core of everything. And I think it even comes back full circle to this buy one get one mentality. I think it is coming, and it's going to work quite well because Web 2 is coming in and adopting. Look at Meta, look at Reddit, look at all these different major players that are incorporating NFT technology, and Twitter. You know, we're going to be buying stuff directly inside of our Twitter feeds and stuff being NFTs. And you know, like my project is centered around physical NFTs, not even trying to shill. Just we're going to be selling physical products as NFTs, whether it be a physical artwork or a brand new car or whatever luxury item somebody wants to have authenticated on the blockchain. But that certificate of authenticity, when you really look at that as the true we'll call it a duplicate or replica of anything that's out there, and how do you break it down to authenticate specifically the item that you're creating on blockchain in each usage? Your utility expansion is really going to grow. You hit the nail on the head there, Levitated, really, because the science of the code and the way it works, a lot of artists aren't really thinking about this, but the way it works, your brain can wrap around what the true use cases will be for your community to be able to make that one of one make sense for you, for any of your community build make sense. And I think it really is critical to wrap your head around that certificate of authenticity aspect. And I highly recommend anybody reach out to me if you have any questions about really where that's going. I am working with some major companies, and I have some insights there. Feel free to DM me anytime asking for any advice on that. I'd love to help out. And again, not even shilling. I just want to help people out.
No, you're golden, man. And honestly, like, I mean, I wouldn't even mind if you brought up a little bit about your project and what you're doing, because it ties in perfectly with the aspect of authenticity and what's going on there. Like, I mean, I think, like, I try to push this all the time, but like, this is something that I saw, like, in the underlying tech of NFTs, like over a year ago, dude, and the importance of creating and building a brand that you can then branch out into so many different ways. Because, like, whether we like it or not, regulations and centralization is definitely coming. It's just a matter of when these market corporations are going to be moving in, right? And when they're done, okay, they've already moved in. When they're done testing and making their mistakes in order to allow the rest of their consumers to make that jump in, or to coast them in, because they're here, they're building, they're making their mistakes, they're learning, they're figuring out their strategy right now in order to onboard their original consumer basis. Like, we see it happen on day to day.
Yeah, 100%. They're here, and actually, sorry, if you want to go, you can, Levitate.
Good. Go ahead.
But yeah, with everything that I'm building and working on, and the project that I'm working with Token is centered around sustainability and ethics and authenticating off-chain data, and the idea of authenticating environmental social governance data specifically is what it's called, is very difficult. And there's something called an oracle problem, which blockchain solves better than most web 2, but there's still a problem that exists there where you don't know if that information is being honest or not. And when I was diving into it, I was just looking at that authenticity and how I can really bring something from off chain and make something work for a piece of artwork that is a physical piece of artwork. How do I truly tie that to the blockchain and make it so that I can have something something engage out in the real world using blockchain tech immediately without having to jump back and forth using a bunch of extra software. So I actually have broke down and created a hybrid encryption method, and it really creates authenticity between that physical object, or authentication, I should say, between the physical object and NFT, going both directions, not just one. And it really took looking at the just authenticating everything that we would consider a certificate of authenticity, but also off-chain going the opposite direction. And it opened up the possibilities, like I said, because it goes both ways. So now there's the capability for physical objects to have an immersive experience tied just to that with a single tap of a cell phone to an NFC chip or an RFID chip or any radio communication device, but it's authenticated on-chain immediately and accurately. The way everybody else, and I say everybody else, like a Suki had something come out recently, they're not even authenticating any direction. They're just using a chip that is pointing at a URL, and that's that.
Like, for those of you guys that just got our stickers, like, that's essentially what they're doing is exactly with that NFC chip within that sticker pack. It just points to a URL. There's no underlying encryption that secures the code and makes it non-transferable or anything like that. And what you guys are doing, like how long did it take you to develop the program behind the encryption and stuff like this? Like, was that a really tedious and difficult project? I'm
going to say yes and no. Listen, I've been developing basically since I was in high school. I've been toying around with a whole bunch of different things. Blockchain came across my table before B-Money even had the white paper out. Everybody was exploring blockchain back in the late 90s. And I've been building for quite a while, so I have notes from a long time ago. In all honesty, if I were to be honest with myself, it probably took 5-6 years of total work. But our development team and engineers over the last, I would say, year have built a lot, but the actual encryption methodology really only took us about 4 months to really hack it and figure it out. It takes hacking the blockchain.
I feel like that's just because of these straight increase in tech that we've seen recently anyways. So if we wouldn't have seen that, it could have potentially taken you a lot longer.
100%. I mean, I was an NFT skeptic for the longest time. I didn't even necessarily see the value in it. I was looking at projects like VeChain being able to do it, and I was so disappointed because it's centralized. So trying to figure out a way to do it the right way, it took a while. And I think really until Bored Ape Yacht Club came out and was all over the place, it didn't really smack me in the face. And then I also needed to have this environmental social governance thing and greenwashing and all of that. It smacked me in the face, and trying to find a solution combining the two is when it finally hit me. So I think there's a lot of things that came together. It wasn't just one thing, though.
I think that's pretty cool, man. Regardless, I'm in love with the tech that you've created, and I think that you're a fucking genius, honestly, because that's exactly where it's going, especially to claim your patent and everything for it. You guys have put yourself in front of the big dogs for real. Because they're going to need that sort of technology going forward.
Blows my mind. I wasn't even thinking about it when I filed it, but Visa recently patented something. I just realized, they're doing NFTs and wallets, and they have chips in their cards. Oh shit, they're gonna pay me a lot of money.
Exactly. And did you guys see? Patrick actually shared this the other day, but MasterCard was doing a full walkthrough at some event. I don't know where it was, but I just saw a video of it. They're doing a full walkthrough on how to mint on Polygon and what a transaction is and the wallet and all this stuff.
Honestly, I'm kind of wishing I maybe should have minted on Polygon. I'm wondering if that's where it's gonna be at.
I would expect it to definitely boom, especially with all these companies coming in and utilizing it. I mean, it makes sense for the amount of people they plan to bring in. With the amount of transactions that are going to be happening on the blockchain as a whole, it totally makes sense for one of one artists, I don't know. Maybe in the future, yeah. I don't know though. You know what I mean? I can't tell you yes or no. I definitely know it's gonna boom. Like the volume is gonna be up there eventually on Polygon. Layer 2s are pretty cool. So with that being said, let's get to these hands real quick. I think Kavir had their hand up before you, Nuclear, but I could be wrong. If I am, you guys just be a gentleman and let me know.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that's kind of where I fell in the community of Polygon. Right now what I see Polygon doing is they're from personal experience, they're onboarding a lot of businesses. So I don't know if they're going to be the community chain or the business chain, if you know what I mean.
I think they're going to be the corporate chain, honestly.
That's what I think, too.
It only makes sense.
But if that's what all the businesses are using, that means that's the token that people are going to have.
For sure.
You know, like, it almost is going to be, where the business goes is where everybody's going to end up being forced into.
I also saw an article saying, like, is, Matic going to be the next long-term, like, crypto to hold with Bitcoin and ETH? Like, is that going to be the next one? I mean, I've doubled my income twice now of Matic this year. So I love it. That's not financial advice, of course. But
I mean, that's a good point, though. Not NFA, but good point.
Yeah, like, I mean, I bought at 50 cents, sold at $1, then it went back down to 50 cents, I bought again, it went up to, 120 now? So, like, it's just knowing, like, how things are moving, and Polygon, I feel like, is going to be the corporate chain. But anyway, it is past my bedtime. Thank you, my tiny castles, for being such an amazing person and letting me follow you around this week. I am going to hop to bed. I'm tired. I'm like an old man in his 20s, but you guys are amazing. It was a pleasure meeting you all. I would definitely, if you ever have another space, Tiny or Levitate, send me a DM.
3 times a week we're here, every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday at 8 Eastern, so I'll definitely DM you.
Yes, DM me, because I'll try to hop in when I can. I love these. Oh, thank you so much, guys. You guys are all amazing. I'll catch you later. I'm going to go get some beauty sleep, so thank you guys all.
Thanks. Get some rest. Take care. Thanks for coming through. Let's go to Nuclear. Let's go to Joppies real quick.
Yeah, hey everyone. So for me, when I look at this, I don't view it as Web 2 business versus Web 3 business, and with that, I'd say it comes down to the business plan. And we've had an influx of just a lot of people, a lot of projects. They had no real business plan. They say, oh, there's this white paper, go read the white paper. You go look at the white paper, but it doesn't talk anything about revenue, anything about sustainability, none of that stuff. And everything is absolutely focused on the floor price. For some projects and businesses, you know what, that may work. So focusing on the floor price, but for a lot of businesses, focusing on the floor price is too risky, and it may not work for them. And that's why, at least for me, like I'm not gonna focus on the floor price. Am I gonna try to keep my floor price up? Yes, I am. But at the same time, am I getting the revenue from the NFTs themselves, or am I getting it from the honey business thing I'm going into? Where is that revenue coming from, and can I sustain it?
True, and that's a valid point. I think we had Joppies up next, right?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I want to... Oh, go ahead, Joppies, go ahead.
I mean, it's okay, I can wait.
I was just going to touch back on what he said, but go ahead. I'll let you go since I got you talking already and said this.
No. Please respond, because I want to talk about the Ethereum Polygon thing.
Oh, all right, for sure. Yeah, I mean, Nuclear, I think Rue actually had something to say to you too as well. But I just wanted to say, like, no, I don't think, like, whenever it comes into, like, starting up a business and going forward, like, your floor price is really going to matter if you're building out, like, a business going forward. But I think in the Web3 space, like, it did matter previously, like, and it does show that I guess, like, that you're trustworthy, that you've been here putting in work, I guess, essentially. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Go ahead, Rue or Nuclear or Droppies.
Yeah, so real quick on that is I completely agree with the fact there needs to be a revenue model in place and an actual roadmap with business development plans, understanding that and cost for everything. And a lot of these projects that you're seeing are just so centered around the quick flip, and then there's nothing about community and what's really going to be built. And there is a lot to be said about that. Now, that also kind of goes back into what Droppies is probably going to get at with Ethereum and Polygon is that divided idea is not necessarily the reality you're looking at. They work together. I mean, if Polygon goes up, ETH is going to go up as well. It's a layer 2 solution, and you have to keep that in mind. It's still operating off of the Ethereum as the nervous system and the brain of the technology. So there's that, but I can tell you firsthand, dealing with these large corporations, that Polygon is definitely going to be the scalable business solution. That's what we're looking at. People are requesting it left and right with us to build that out inside of our marketplace. And I can also tell you that the flip side of it is luxury items, any higher dollar, one-of-a-kind item, it's going to still be on chain with Ethereum. So if you're going to speculate, just understand that there is a huge market for both of them. If you look at all the big mega corps out there and monopolies, the 5 or 6 mega corps that own everything, they also are getting a large chunk of their revenues from luxury items and one-of-a-kind items. So don't dismiss it on either side.
And I think
that
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. I'm going to go ahead. That prematurely answered the question that I was going to ask, because to me, it only makes fiscal sense to be doing a lot of transactions on something like Polygon, because nobody likes to just throw away money. So when gas is expensive, the more and more people that we're onboarding, the more and more people that are using Ethereum, the more expensive that gas is going to get. And so my brain immediately questions, if we know that this blockchain isn't meant to scale, how can we expect any of our businesses built on top of it to scale? But I guess it makes sense if the profit margins are different. I don't know.
I'll jump in there too, and if you want to jump back in there, Rue, feel free to. But I think that's Quiver had said it too earlier. That's where we're gonna see the difference in communities. So we're gonna have Polygon corporate big a lot of transactions happening all the way, and then we're gonna have basically your community based or one-of-one artists or quality products, essentially, like you were saying, on Ethereum. So I don't think it's gonna lose anything. There's definitely going to be high volume on Polygon, but I think that there's still going to be a space for Ethereum and artists creating on Ethereum as well. So, and that goes back to what Tiny was saying earlier. But Nuclear, you got your hand up. What's up?
Yeah, and then one other thing. I mean, volume couldn't beat full floor price. And so all that volume is making up for the loss in floor price. And if you were to talk about, let's say, the stock market, the ups and downs are great for a lot of people, because you can get it when it's low and then you can sell it when it's high, or you get it when it's low and then you just sit on the dividends for the rest of your life. Yeah, that's all I really got to say.
That's a valid point. Anybody else have any topics to touch on or talk about right there? I'll take that as no.
No, go ahead, Les.
I was literally just saying I'll take that as a no.
Wait, I got a little something, a little nugget of wisdom.
Let's hear it.
All right. So, is anybody in the room familiar with the term lifetime value of a customer?
Yeah, yes. Essentially. Not exactly what it means, but
no.
Heard it.
Okay. So basically, I'll just give you an example that most of us are probably familiar with. So if you order a pizza from Domino's and they get your order wrong, what they do to make it better is they fix the order and then they give you something extra. So they'll give you a bottle of Coke or a free dessert or an extra pizza. And they do that because the lifetime value of a customer is more important to them than the upfront cost of giving them that extra thing for free. They know that if they continuously provide good experiences for their customers, that they're going to come back and they're going to continuously spend money with them over the lifetime of that customer. So yeah, so when we do, you know, little things like sales or, you know, limited time offers, experiences, whatever it is, you're only doing good things for your brand, and you're basically making people feel included, you're making your stuff feel accessible, and you're making people feel good about their decision to spend their money with you.
True. No, I agree with that big time. It was a nice little drop. You were gonna say something, Tani. What's up?
I was just saying it's a little bit after 9:30. Normally we cut it off at 9:30. Do you want to keep going, or what's your vibe?
Honestly, like I'm personally down to cut it off because I have to get these logos finished up within the next 2 days. I've been like bouncing back and forth between these damn ideas, and I gotta just come up with something and send it over to this guy and fucking follow through. So I'm cool with ending it now because I do have stuff that I need to get sorted out. If you guys want to rock it out, like, it's up to you, Tiny.
I am getting kind of sleepy.
Yeah, fair enough, guys. We'll call it a night. We usually rock until 8:30 anyways. For all of you guys that are in here, first of all, new to this space, first of all, Tiny must have been putting some work in because I see a lot of new faces in here tonight. And I want to say thank you guys for showing up and coming through. I hope you guys enjoyed this space. Welcome to NFT Project Strategies and Good Vibes. Like I said, hopefully you enjoyed it. We're here every Thursday, Saturday, and Monday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. Do you have a call to action?
Yeah, mint a tiny room.
That's what I thought. Go into a tiny room if you guys want to. Join this levitated society and go grab your split vibe too. They come with some cool stuff. But on that note, I think we're gonna just call it a night, guys. I'm gonna rug everybody. So stay levitated, you guys. We will catch you on Monday. Yeah, we'll catch you on Monday. See you then. Peace out. Oh, tomorrow's Sunday. Definitely get a split vibe so you guys can join our cash poker tournament tomorrow. Go scoop one up. Much love. Everybody stay levitated. Peace, because I'll never get out of here if I don't just do it. So I'm doing it to me too. Don't worry.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
I don't want to play the recording. What the hell? No. Okay, so we're alone together again. I did the course work today. And then I think we're gonna just do one back here. Yeah, so it's going to be rather... I don't think it's gonna be too difficult. I just have to decide how I want it to be, because like I like how that's angled. I just don't have an exact strategy yet. I had assumed that like every one of these buildings is going to have at least one piece of art in it. And then I didn't get a crazy amount of people this time. So I can just put like a piece of rotating art in here. I don't need to like overfill this area, and then put up like hedges basically on the edge of the world, and make it so you can't like go around the world, like literally around. Which, to be fair, why is this just not like longer? Like, come on, wall. This is literally just a plain wall, so why do we not make it longer on both sides? Okay. I know you're locked, but what am I? I don't know why these are not even. But yeah, and that way it doesn't distort it. And it shouldn't, yeah. It should be fine. Export. I don't know why I'm on Twitter and streaming at the same time. You're trying to find a cute phrase for being called old. Experienced. Knowledgeable. Call me your queen. Any and all of these are acceptable ways to address me. people didn't believe me when I told them that I wanted landscape photos, so we will work through it, I guess. But yeah, I should either get into a space or if I can carve out time. It's, yeah, it's not, shit, I should probably just tell these people no, just get on with it, but I don't know, it's interesting and fun to do, and this should also just be like, the rotation should be 0, 0 until I figure out where I am and what I'm doing. Okay, so what am I, and also this should not be 34 anymore. Okay. It's not too bad, honestly. Okay, so. Is that too much? That is 100% too much. Let's get that out to the edge. Okay. 29, we'll see it disappear completely, right? Yep. Okay. Now, what do we want from this? It should be out. So like 80 that it was before, and then I can probably hear people's feelings now where they're just like, but why would you conceal someone's... Look, you need to... No, that's not the one I wanted to do. What was I trying to do? I feel like I did something. And this was too far in, right? See? There we go. I think for this one, we're just gonna have the thing there. Just straight back. These pieces of fallen blocks can just be pieces of fallen blocks. Yeah, kind of like a sedate. Not too many things. Not too many, not too much. I think that's pretty much the name of the game right now. Not too many, not too much. Except 27. What is 27? $36. is like literally just on the other side of that wall. Which, by the way, unhelpful because yeah. That's not, first of all, the direction. Bring it down a little. So it subtly makes my thing great. Super subtly. Made a lot of progress tonight already, so... Where do I want this? But on the floor. Hey, just like that. This feels like a secret handshake type situation. Oh, it's because it's the... Interesting. Okay, yeah, that's definitely what we're going to be doing. Okay, so... There's a few things to unpack here. Just gonna put that out there. This is not how we want it to be scaled. We want it to be further up too. Yes. Oh, you know what? Something dumb like that. Good, good, good. Okay. Let me just continue putting it. I'm gonna help my friend tonight. She's using a MetaMask that she doesn't know her passphrase for, and it scares the shit out of me. Or at least bothers me. She's going to lose all of her NFTs and information. And, I just want it to be leaning in a certain direction. Why is this not allowed? So it goes left to right. Just really rotate it. You are welcome on my lap. Anytime, any day, all day, any day. Make way. I'm not... Got really excited because my cat was looking at my lap forlornly. Anyway, I'm supposed to be helping my friend in 2 minutes, so now is a good time for me to try to entice my cats onto my lap. I'm never leaving this couch ever again. So, I will talk to you